welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. Happy New Year! I'm so excited to start the new year. I hope you guys are too. Today we're going to close out the budget for week 4, set up the budget for week 5, and also do our cash envelope stuffing and a savings challenge. So we have a lot going on. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So this planner that I use to do my budgeting, it is from ERIN and it is called the monthly planner. I think it's kind of hard to find this planner on the ERIN website, so I'm going to insert a picture of exactly where you can find it on her website in case you're interested. Let's start by taking a look at where we spent our money this week, starting with bills. So for us, this budget week started on December 22nd and it ended on December 28th. So that's the time period we're looking at here. So Netflix came out, and that was $17. We put $5 towards our garbage bill. This is actually a cash envelope. We save $5 a week, and then every 3 months we make a payment to them. And then Alliant is also a cash envelope bill that we save $10 a week for. Next up is debt. So we paid $142 towards loan number 2. Loan number 2 is a debt consolidation loan that we are working on paying off. We make a payment to them every week. That way we could pay it off just a little bit faster versus paying them month to month. We pay them every week. And then Visa, thanks so much to all of my awesome friends who gave us Buy Me a Coffees last week. We were able to make a payment to this Visa card for $1,020. That was so exciting. That video last week, I think, was probably one of the most exciting videos I've ever made. I was so excited. We had so much money to work with as thanks to all of our friends who bought us a coffee. So it was just amazing. Okay, next category is food, and we spent $200 on food this week. Next we have gas. We spent $20 on gas. Okay, next up is miscellaneous. We had a little more money to spend in miscellaneous last week thanks to our friends who bought us a coffee. We had some extra money, which we actually used to fill our stockings. So that was super fun to have that money. And then spending money, we had $50. That was 20 for me, 20 for David, and 10 for Logan. Okay, savings challenge, or savings actually. We're gonna do all the savings here. So last week when we played the game, we ended up putting $30 towards our savings challenge game. But we also had 2 other big savings last week. And this was all from Buy Me a Coffee. We were able to do $300 towards our $1,000 cushion in our checking account. We actually reached that goal last week, which was super exciting. And then we also had $1,000 from Buy Me a Coffee that went straight to an emergency fund. So just to remind you last week, in case you didn't see it, so this is where I do all my savings challenges in the back of my notebook. So last week we were able to complete this first savings challenge, which was a $1,000 cushion for my checking account. So that is all done. We were able to do the $1,000 emergency fund, and we got a big start on our newest challenge, which this is all together, and we're actually going to have a couple more pages, but this is the Visa that we're trying to pay off. We owe them $4,163. Each of these cards represents $500. So last week we were able to pay off $1,050. So we've paid off $1,050 so far there, and we're going to do some more today. So last week was so exciting and so much fun. Okay, and then next up is sinking funds. We put $123 towards our sinking funds last week. Okay, so those were all the things that we paid this week. Let's take a look at the budget worksheets to see how this all worked out. Okay, so this first budget worksheet is a whole monthly budget that we do for most of our fixed expenses. We can't quite cover all of our fixed expenses here, but most of them are covered with my husband's paycheck, David's pay. We do this because he's paid once a month. So everything that we can pay with his paycheck, we pay that right away. Make sure that it's covered right away once a month. So this week, Netflix came out and we had budgeted 17 and it was actually 17. So we're still waiting on State Farm and our City of Ames bill to come out. This is for electricity and water. So it's just combined as our city bill. Okay, so it looks like we are on track as far as that goes. So we will come back to that next week and hopefully get those last 2 bills paid. Okay, moving on to week number 4. We're going to close out week 4. I'm going to leave this open like this so that I can see my expense tracker if I need to refer back to see how much we spent on any of these individual items. But I'm going to zoom in for you so you can get a closer look at what we're doing here. Okay, so this $600 comes from my business account, Life in Envelopes, and that money is a combination of all of my sources of income, which are Etsy, YouTube, affiliate links, that kind of thing. Oh, and also Patreon. And then we also have Buy Me a Coffee. Now, Buy Me a Coffee is a tipping website, and my viewers asked me last year to add this in the description box of all of my videos, so if they ever want to go and give me a tip, they can. We never, ever, ever expect to buy me a coffee. We never, ever do, and we are so grateful when we get it. And this week, I mean, there's just no words. The whole video last week really, I feel like I really talked about this thoroughly, but there are no words. We are so grateful to everybody who bought us a coffee that week before Christmas. So, or week of Christmas. So with Buy Me a Coffee, we were gifted $2,425 last week, which is extremely unusual, extremely unusual. Okay, so altogether that came to $3,025. So coming down here, the first category we're going to look at is sinking funds. I put my sinking funds here because it's my largest category, so I save these smaller boxes for other categories. So we have an Amazon envelope that we put $3 in. This is for our annual membership. Back to school got $7. Birthdays got $10. Car maintenance got $10. Car registration got $5. Christmas received $25. Sam's Club received $3. Again, that's an annual membership. We put $50 towards our vacation fund, and we put $10 towards our vet. So let's see how much that is all together. That's $123. So $3,025 minus $123 is $2,902. Okay, coming up here to our fixed expenses. So every week we pay $142 towards loan number 2. We set aside $5 in cash for garbage, $10 for Alliant Energy, and last week we immediately used that money right away to make a payment to Visa of $1,020. So altogether last week we spent $1,177 on our fixed expenses. So $2,902 minus $1,177, that left us with $1,725. Okay, coming down to our variable expenses. These are the cash envelopes that I carry around with me. We put $200 towards groceries, $20 towards gas, $125 towards miscellaneous, $50 towards spending. So all together, oh, actually, nope, that's not right. Sorry. Miscellaneous was a little bit different because we did play the savings challenge game, and we ended up taking $30 from our miscellaneous envelope, putting it in our savings envelope, and that left us with $95 in miscellaneous. Okay, so let's see how much that was all together. That was $365. So $1,725 minus $365. That's a difference of $1,360. Okay, so we were left with $1,360 to work with. We put that 30 towards the savings challenge. We put 330 towards our checking account cushion, our $1,000 checking account cushion, and we put $1,000 towards our emergency fund. So all together, we spent $1,360 in the savings category last week, bringing our budget down to zero, which is always my goal. Every week I want to end with zero, meaning that I have a place for my money. I've told my money where to go week after week. Okay, so we are going to set up week number 5 for December, and we're also going to set up the expense tracker. So these are the stickers I use to calculate how much money I'm going to withdraw from the bank. These are my, on the website, on my Etsy shop, they're called the cash envelope stickers. But I need to add a 5th week, and I didn't have enough pages in my monthly section, so I ended up taking an extra page from this note section, and I put it here. I just very carefully ripped it out, and then see it's ripped, and then I put it here like this. And it was a little time consuming, not too bad, but now I have an extra page in this section, which is what I need. So to set up this 5th week, what I'm going to do, these are actually expense tracker add-ons for the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck workbook. So it might be a little short. Yeah, it's a little short, but I don't sell individual expense trackers like this for the 8.5 by 11 planners, so I had to grab one of these. So let me grab this one. Let's do this one. I'll just try to center it. I think that will be fine. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. So now I have a page to do my expense tracking, and I'll have to write out these categories here, date, description, category. I'll write all that out, but I'll do that later. And then on this side, I'm going to set up my budget. Actually, I think I'm going to kind of flip it around because I was curious what it would be like having my budget on this side and my expense tracker page on this side. So let's just go ahead and do that for this upcoming week so I can test it out, and then I can make a decision for how I want to set January up. That's actually kind of convenient that I can do that. So my stickers are removable, so I can remove this, and repositionable, I should say. I can stick it down there, but I do have this extra one here, so instead of trying to make that nice, I'm just going to use my extra one. Okay, so we have the expense tracker set up. I'm going to get the budget set up, and I'm not using a budget thing. I'm just using an extra budget kit. I do sell these extra budget kits. They're 3 pages that come all together for one kit. We have the, let's see, start with the income box. That's the smallest box. So I'm going to lay that down first. And then I'm going to put the biggest box next. Okay, and then, so I'm going to go ahead and put the title there. So this is my sinking funds. So I have these titles that you can use. That's optional though, you don't have to use them. You can just write in your own categories, your own budget categories. I just thought that these are some common ones that people use, so that's what these stickers are. Okay, and the next I have my fixed expenses. So we'll do that next. And I am moving it over a little to the left here so that my hand doesn't hit the coil when I'm writing. Okay. And then we have, so that was fixed expenses. Okay, next are variable expenses. And then finally we're going to do the savings. Okay, so this is for week 5. And I debated a little bit if I should do 5 weeks in December or 5 weeks in January. I ultimately decided to do it this way because the 5th week lands on when we would start our budget. So I went ahead and did it this way because we would start this budget on December 29th, which was still part of December. So that was my thinking there. But this is a flexible situation. You do what works best for you. So for us, this is going to cover the time frame of December 29th through January 4th. So for me, I'm expecting to get paid my normal $600. Buy me a coffee. We received more buy me a coffees this week. I didn't think we would receive any after last week. I thought it'd be quite a while before we received any again, which would be totally fine because You guys know, like, I get so overwhelmed when you guys are so generous. I mean, I'm so thankful, but I'm also overwhelmed. So buy me a coffee. We had, after they took out like their service fees and everything, I was left with $117 in donations from Buy Me a Coffee. I want to give a shout out to Brenda, PG, Deborah, Pat, Jackie, Alicia, Kim, and Cindy. Thank you guys so much for making us part of your budget. We appreciate it so much that you would think about us, and we are going to put that money to good use today. So altogether, that is $617 that we have to work with. So we're going to start with our sinking funds. We're going to write all this out, and then we'll actually stuff those envelopes together in just a minute here. So starting with Amazon, Amazon gets 3, back to school 7, birthdays 10, car maintenance 10, car registration 5, Christmas will get 25, Sam's will get 3, our vacation fund will get $50, and our vet will get 10. So altogether that comes to $123. So 617, oh, that's not 617, it's 717. I bet some of you saw that at home and were like yelling at the screen, 717. So 717. So 717 minus 123. That is $594 that we have left to work with. Okay, coming up here to our fixed expenses. So we're going to put $142 towards loan number 2. We're going to put $5 towards garbage and $10 towards Alliant Energy. That's the gas for our house. So altogether that comes to $157. So we had $594, and we're going to take $157 from that, and that will leave us with $437. Okay, coming down to our variable expenses. This week we are going to try to spend $200 on groceries, $20 on gas. We're going to set aside $50 for miscellaneous. Part of that will go towards our savings challenge, but we'll figure that out in just a moment here when we play the savings challenge game. Spending money is going to be $50. So all together that's $320. Yeah, $320. So 437 minus 320 is 117. So savings challenge, I'm going to put a budget of 0. The actual amount will be a little bit different based on what happens when we play the game. But Visa, all that extra money from the Buy Me a Coffee tips, all of that is going towards our Visa bill. So 117. So our subtotal here is 117, bringing your grand total down to 0, which is our goal. Okay, let's stuff these envelopes. Okay, we're going to start by counting the money we got from the bank. We should have $375 to work with this week. So that's 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60. So we've got 260, 70, 80, 91. So that's 3, 10, 20, 30, 40. So we've got 340. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So we've got 365, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Okay, perfect. We have $375 to work with. Okay, let's start today with our cash envelopes. So these are the envelopes that I carry around with me. They are our variable expenses. I am going to get $20 of spending money this week. Logan will get $10 for spending money, and David will get $20. So gas, we're going to set aside $20 for gas, and then we're going to set aside $50 for miscellaneous. Now remember, when we come back to do the savings challenge, part of this is going to go towards the savings challenge, and then the rest will stay in our miscellaneous envelope. Okay, moving on to our sinking funds. Okay, Amazon is going to get $3 today. So 1, 2, 3. So let's see how much we have saved so far for, this is for our annual Amazon membership. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have $12 saved up for that. Next is back to school. So we are going to save $7 for that. So there's 5, 6, 7. So all together we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21. Okay, birthdays. We're going to put $10 towards birthdays today. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 40. So we have $40 saved for birthdays. Next is car maintenance. We're going to add another $10 towards car maintenance today. So let's see how much we have all together. That's 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Nice. Oh, that feels good. I think we've all been there, right? We're like having to get a car repair and just, oh, the stress of it. Okay, car registration. We're going to add $5 to that today. So we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So we have $70 for car registration. Next is Christmas. Today we're going to add $25. So here's 20, here's 5. So this is for Christmas for next year. Let's see how much we have saved up so far. 20, 40, 60, 81, 5, 10, 15, 20. 120. Nice. Okay, Sam's Club. I'm always so like shocked. I'm like, wow, it's really adding up. Of course it's adding up. That's the whole point, Jennifer. Okay, so $3 is going towards Sam's Club. So let's see how much we have all together. This is for our annual membership. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have $12 saved up for that. Next is our vacation, and we're going to add $50 this week. So we're going to add a couple 20s and a 10. So let's see how much we have all together saved up for vacation. We are actually, I got the dates this week. We're going to be going in August, so we still have quite a bit of time to save up, which is excellent. 50, 1, 50, and then another 50 is 2. So 200. I hate 50s. So 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Yes, I did that right. Okay, next is vet. And today we are going to add $10 to that. So that's 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30. So 130 for vet. I think I might do like a consolidation because it's getting kind of thick. So that might be coming up in a video, future video. Okay, moving on to bills. So for garbage, we're going to put $5 aside for that. Alliant Energy, we're going to put $10 aside for that. Oh, I forgot to count those, but I think, so garbage, we've got $10 saved up, and Alliant, we have 20. Yeah. And I forgot, I was supposed to start my new Visa envelope this week, but I need to decide. I did not put that in my budget, so I will definitely need to do that next week. I think we're okay because we're still part of December. This is still part of December budget. Yeah, we're okay. Okay, so next week we'll start the Visa envelope. Okay, and then finally it is savings challenge time. So just to remind you, we already have a $1,000 cushion in our checking account. We have $1,000, this is backwards, I don't know why that's backwards. We have $1,000 saved for our emergency fund. Those were two very exciting, what do you call that? Where you like hit a benchmarks. Those were two very exciting benchmarks to hit. So now we are working on paying off debt. So we're going to put the $117 in here that we got from Buy Me a Coffee. We already have $1,000 paid off of that debt, and then we had an extra $50 saved in cash here. So let me count this, make sure it is $117. 20, 40, 60, 80, wait. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 15, 16, 17. Yes. So that 117 is going here today. We need to update our little piggy chart. Let me grab that. Okay, so I just deposited 117. I am tracking this in increments of 10, so we can mark off 110, which would be 11 piggies. So let's lay down 11 piggies. This is all from Buy Me a Coffee. We're still going to do the savings challenge here as well. And then I want to talk to you guys about when to make a payment here. Okay, so we laid down the 110. Let's play the savings challenge. So each week I ask my subscribers, my viewers, to pick a number, either 1, 2, or 3. And then we play this little game here. I think this week, let's do either 20, 30, or 40. I want to save a lot this week. So every week we turn these numbers over, mix them up, and then whatever number you guys picked, that's what we go with. That's what we take out of our miscellaneous envelope and we put towards whatever savings challenge we're currently working on. And what we're currently working on is this Visa bill. Okay, so let's see what you guys picked. We had 16 friends pick number 1, 21 people picked number 2, and 29 picked number 3. So 3 is the definite winner this week. Yes, that is so exciting. We're going to put an extra $40 towards our debt today. Let's see what the other numbers were. Number 1 was 20. Oh my gosh, it stayed in order. Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, so we're going to put an extra 40 today, plus we're going to fill in these 40 pigs. So 4 pigs. 10 times 4 is 40. So let's do the cash first. So this comes out of our miscellaneous envelope. So 40 is going to our savings challenge, and that leaves us $10 for miscellaneous expenses this week. Okay, so I'm going to lay down 4 more pigs. We are off to a great start as far as like working towards getting this debt paid off. It's very exciting. So let's see how much we have saved all together. So we have the $1,000 that we've already paid off, and then we have an additional 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, 5, 6, 7, 207. So one of my subscribers last week suggested that after I hit 50 or 100, like one of those 2 marks, I go ahead and make a payment like as I hit those marks so that I can reduce my interest. And I thought that was a great idea. So every time I hit $100, so every time I complete a whole line, I'm going to take that money that week and deposit it and make a payment that week. So we're going to make an extra payment this week to Visa of $200. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out now, and then I'm going to deposit it in my bank so I can make that payment. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92. So that $200 is going back to the bank. Unfortunately, I don't have $100 placement marks here. So I think I might have to order some of those. I have to find a shop on Etsy who makes those and order some so that we can keep track of those hundreds as well. I do have 500s and I have thousands, but not 100s. Okay, so I'm going to put this back here. This is how I do it in case you're new. So the Filofax, the wallet that I carry around with me, I use this space back here to put any money that needs to go back into my bank account. So that goes here, and then when I go to the bank once a week, I can make a deposit. So that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy it, will you please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.